All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier self hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So today's pod is inspired by life, by the way things have been going for me over the last couple of days, and especially in the context of a challenge that I had started literally about 10 days ago. And I mean, 9 plus 1 to be precise. And I actually was thinking about the way the last week and a half have been. I had intended initially when I came up with this idea of doing 100 push-ups in 100 days or for 100 days. Initially, I had just come up with the idea when I was in my trance meditation, and I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do 100 push-ups every single day, and that was that. Right? It seemed like a good idea at the time, and I just felt good about it, so I went ahead with it anyway. Now, the first day, I think I did about 80, then the number dropped to about 40. And by the third or maybe the fourth day, I realized that it was going to be a different outcome. It was going to be a different way to get to the end point. Now, why am I bringing this up to you? Is that, as I said, today's topic is all about what we plan and what actually happens. So, not for a minute assume that I'm unhappy or that I'm disappointed that things didn't go according to plan, and that okay, if it's 9 days I should have completed 900 push-ups. It doesn't matter, right? What's important is that I decided to start, and not only did I start, but I've been consistently showing up every day on the mat. And some days have been 20 or 23, 25. Some days have been more, uh, but more importantly, now I'm at that point when I realize and where I realize that over the course of these next several weeks and several months, this not only will become something that is, you know, something that I look forward to, but it's also, something that is taking me into a completely different direction. What do I mean by this? I've always believed that, especially if I look at the last couple of years of my life, um, I've always believed that, when you exercise, when you move, there is a way for you to kind of rechannelize your energy. Now, obviously, in the context of hypnosis, or for you in the context of the work that you do as a digital coach, this is something that is very, very important, right? Because when we do this kind of work, a lot of times we can literally get into our own heads. And when we get into our own heads, you know what happens, right? We tend to become either very stuck in our ways, or we start to tap into our own negativity or our own limitations and our own beliefs of what cannot happen. When you look at something like exercise, when you look at something like movement, this is one way for you to literally recirculate your prana or your energy on a daily basis. And having already now done, technically 10 days, like officially 9 days. And then, of course, if you remember, if you've been following the pods, when I initially shared this, the first evening that I got this idea, that very same evening, went and decided to anyway do 10 push ups. And then, of course, from the next day, from the morning, I've been doing push ups every single day. So, what am I getting at here? Right? If you find something that you really want to do, and that is going to help you level up, especially in the context of being physical, being physically active, I can promise you that your life will change. Now, again, don't take my word for it. Make it your practice, and you see how this makes a difference in your life. I'm saying this also because if I look back at the last maybe, what are we talking, 2015, so at least the last 8 years, that's when I kind of decided that, I wanted to make um, physical exercise a part of my life. And over the years, I have, tested out many different ways to do that. Of course, there's been yoga, there's been, preparing and getting ready for the triathlon, which means learning to swim, learning to cycle. And when I say learning, as in actually doing it, right? And each of these has brought me closer to this realization. And today, of course, I know it that if I want to stay close to my dreams, close to my goals, and be in that achiever mindset, then this is one of the ingredients, right? Being physically active. So I know when there are moments that I may have dropped the ball, when I may have kind of changed my focus. And I know somewhere inside of me, maybe I'm fighting my own demons, just like we all have them, right? You have yours and I have mine. But having said that, uh, more and more I'm starting to recognize that, physical movement is definitely one way to balance things out. So, um, if you've been wondering, and maybe if you've been struggling through this year or towards the end of this year, I can definitely promise you that if you find some form of physical activity and you make it into some form of a challenge, when I say it's a challenge, I mean, if I look at, as I said, we plan one thing, the outcome is completely different or is not exactly how we planned it. Like if you remember, I said, okay, each day I'm going to have an alarm, which is going to ring probably like 10 times in the day. And each time I'm just going to do 10 push-ups. That's how I initially, planned this. But what I've realized is it works better for me if I'm doing more in lesser amount of time. So for example, today I did, what was it, like 30 push-ups in the morning, and then I did another 30, 35 push-ups in the afternoon. Um, did I feel great about it or great after doing it? 100%, right? I hadn't planned this when I started this whole process, but I know it is helping me, connect to myself in a better way, connect to my energy, and therefore, of course, to be able to use it for um, not only my benefit, but for the benefit of my clients and my students. So just keep this in mind. Like I said, if you are somebody who is struggling, now is a good time as any to start and do it for a week, do it for a day, do it for a week, do it for a month, and see how you feel. If you feel good, just repeat it. Right? And the more you do this on a repeat basis, things will change. Um, as always, remember to live with purpose. And if I can help you in any way, definitely reach out and let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you. God bless. And of course, I will see you in the next one. As you know, this is a daily pod. So definitely, check out some of our some of our previous pods. And if there's a particular topic that you want me to create content on, definitely reach out and let me know. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one.